sir. I think it's turned out really well. Yeah, I do. I have to apologize. The thing is, they were building that. But still, I mean, what the difference is that they've kept the noise down tremendously. They don't. They kept it. Well, the problem, the fact is that when they go out, they don't throw their silence on. Twice I've seen it, and when you have the lights on and it's middle of traffic, I understand. So when it's traffic, literally, What's back there? I mean, why do they have a separate, why don't they push it back? No, not back there. You see where you have this thing? Oh, yes. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah. I think there's two presentations. Three.
Good morning, Audit LA. Are you going to be providing general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today?
Good morning. I'm going to do all of the above.
Thank you. And which items are you going to be speaking on for multiple?
All of them.
Thank you. Good morning, Georgina. Are you going to be providing general public comment or multiple today?
Multiple,
Which items are you going to be speaking on?
all of them.
Thank you. Good morning, Haggis. Are you going to be providing general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today?
Just general public comment, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Jill. Jill, are you going to be providing multiple agenda item comment today or general public comment?
General.
Thank you. Good morning, Miriam. Are you going to be providing general or multiple comment today?
General. Thank you.
Good morning, Moda M. Are you going to be providing general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today?
Good morning, Ms. Matson. General public comment, please.
Thank you. Good morning, NYFAFO. Are you going to be providing general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today?
General public comment, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Crazy Love is Love. Are you going to be providing general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today?
General comment, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Gigi's Phone. Are you going to be providing general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today?
Good morning. I'd like general public comment, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Children's Voices Matter. Are you going to be providing general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today?
General public comment, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Lurker. Are you going to be providing general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today? You can press *6 to unmute yourself.
General public comment, please.
Thank you. Good morning, President Corsand. We're ready to get started.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone, to the Board of Public Works meeting for Friday, March 7th. Ms. Matson, if you'd like to take roll and establish quorum for us, please.
Yes, good morning, President and board members. I'm Elise Matson with the Board of Public Works Executive Officer, taking roll in establishing quorum. President Corsand, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Kang, and Commissioner Mitchell are all present, and we have a quorum. We're also joined by City Attorney Representative Adina Hopenstan. President Corsand, we have 3 general public comment cards for in-person comment, 10 speakers on the Zoom platform for general public comment, and 2 speakers on the platform for multiple agenda item comment, and no neighborhood council commentary.
Okay, we'll start with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items and will be provided up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to matters which are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board. The board may not take any action on matters discussed during the public comment period. We will start with John Doe.
Thank you very much. I see you have a competent executive officer here. The previous one would never provide me my Braille. The city attorney's city clerk's office had to purchase a Braille machine for me because this body would not produce. Another thing I really appreciate about this attorney, she forwarded a request for a work violence restraining order on behalf of one of the former executive officers. And Miss Vivian Swanigan knew my name very well, and she knows I'm very good at doing anti-slaps and winning them. So I really appreciate that the executive officer that's not here right now, how she said that I threatened her because of my tone, because I'm a conservative Republican Trump supporter. She made clear that. Also, you have a gentleman, I believe, named TJ Williams, in which I've never spoke to. He wanted a work violence restraining order, and that's it. It's all because of my Braille. Thank you. Fuck you, you city attorney.
Great. That's your one warning. Please don't do that again. Otherwise, you will be asked to leave. Next, we'll go to Transgender Queen.
First of all, I want to appreciate our officer right here because several days ago, the officer TJ something like for aggressive for no reason. Today, we have a peaceful officer today, which is a good thing. I want to continue my general public comment from the several days ago, which is TJ does not allow me to finish. I want to ask our board president that how can you blame me when I'm in a bus stop, when I'm waiting for the train, waiting for the subway, waiting for the bus, or waiting for the access, and then if there's no bathroom around, I go to a private small business, they deny me to use bathroom because I'm not a customer. I go to a nearby hotel, I go to a nearby shopping mall, whatever, they deny me. So right now I end up, urinating, pooping on the street. But again, how can you blame me for that? You blame me if I do that right here. We have a bathroom. If I do that, then you blame me. I agree. But on the street, if I do not see any bathroom within 10 miles, how can you blame me? Why is that my fault? I do not understand.
Ms. Matson, I have one more card for, this is the same as John Doe. Is that a third person or is that the same person?
The same individual handed me the card, but if it's a different person.
Sir, let us talk first and then don't disrupt a meeting. Thank you. Candio, 1 minute.
That's all you had to say, sir, in the beginning. Thank you for allowing me to talk. I saw another slaughter this week. Miss Chief Crawley came before the council to see if she could get some justice and what happened. I've been here 36 years. Most of you weren't even around. But 36 years, I've seen what happens in City Hall. I was offered one of those positions if I kept my mouth shut on contracts and procurement. I've watched too many city employees' lives destroyed, ruined by politicians and by volunteers who come here with good intent. But when they get power, they will destroy anything that might take away that power. So I'm asking you, to get some cojones and represent the people. Don't be a bunch of puppets. We had a bunch of puppets next door, and I hope to God, these are all new faces. I hope you do the right thing. Thank you.
Okay, we have one more speaker for in-person. Just as a reminder, there is a maximum time of 10 minutes for general public comment. This will be the fourth person for Dirty N.
Dirty Niggers, Los Angeles. Right off of Broadway, in the main area of the most important revenue for you, why have you not fixed by Central Market the goddamn pedestrian sidewalk and street area there? Why do I have to walk around, skip around an unsafe, unfriendly pedestrian area, Mr. Corsan? Why is that? How many years I've complained about the issues of access, travel of access, path of travel, ADA, and you continue to violate my fucking rights as a disabled man, and I'm humiliated by all of you. Do your fucking job and get out there on Soto and goddamn Marengo and fix that fucking public sidewalk. I want my ramps, I want my curbs. Motherfuckers.
All right.
Fuck you. For the record. Go to hell.
We'll go to the Zoom platform.
Thank you, President Corsand. Audit LA, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yes, you can't punish people for lining up to talk to you. Police and city council give 40 minutes of public comment. 10 minutes is not enough, and you can override it, and I hope you do. That being said, Mr. Knight could not hear me when I asked if he gave you the report, the CASP report. He told me to send it to you individually. I did that. I hope you have all received it. I hope you all read through it, and I hope you all take it very seriously. This needs to be addressed. It should have been addressed months and months ago. The fact that the city is just dawdling around and not taking ADA violations seriously is egregious, and it needs to stop. I also want to give, and I want you to say to stop the street thing. They are doing this as an UNRWA violation. They are trying to prohibit free speech. They're not under threat. There's been no restraining orders or convictions against any peaceful protester. So they are using all this drama to try to get a street vacation and
That's
become
your
what
time
Amy
for
calls the
today,
Vatican
Audit LA.
City. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Haggis. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, let's discuss the worldwide criminal organization of Scientology and provide you many legal reasons why you should remove the city's affiliation with them and never ever kowtow to the lobbying lawyers that have been hired to make LRH a private street. Operation Snow White, the largest infiltration of the federal government. L. Ron Hubbard's wife and many others went to jail. Paulette Cooper, when they did the raid for Operation Snow White, it was found that they had framed Paulette Cooper with bomb charges, bomb threats. The Chase Wave, Scientology members, huge bank fraud. In Canada, there's the Queen versus the Church of Scientology. Those bricks on L. Ron Hubbard Way need to be removed. They were laid by child labor.
Thank you. That's
They
your
were laid
time
by
today.
slave labor.
Next up, we have Jill. Jill, you have 1 minute.
Hi, please untangle yourself with the cult, the child trafficking cult of Scientology. They still haven't removed the rose bushes. Additionally, they have to remove the no parking signs that are illegal. You need to also look into that brick road that Haggis just spoke about that needs to be torn up and replaced with paved road that was done under proper permitting. No more street vacation. We don't want a Vatican City, and you cannot have a theocracy. You've been infiltrated. You've been subverted. You've been totally entangled in a child trafficking operation, and it's embarrassing, and the world is watching, and you look like fools. Bye.
Next up, we have Miriam. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I want to echo everything that Audit LA, Haggis, and Jill, including the others mentioned before. I want you to read very carefully through that over 70-page report that Audit LA has delivered to you guys. Because yes, the planters are gone, the baby caskets are gone, but there's still basically a ready manual for you to find out what the hell you're supposed to do with all these ADA violations. So I expect that you start the action right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Mona M. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for the time to talk in front of you. I appreciate that. Yes, we are still dealing with more ADA violations that are city, state, and federal that need to be dealt with. And I wasn't going to mention this, but what came to mind when I was listening to the previous speakers was the 1977 FBI raid was the largest raid in history of the United States. And that 1977 FBI raid was on the Church of Scientology, the Blue Building, right down on L. Ron Hubbard Way. So if you think it was child trafficking or labor problems, nope. The 1977 raid on L. Ron Hubbard Way was the largest FBI raid. Thank you. I yield back my time.
Thank you. Next, we have NYFAFO. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hi, how you doing? Yeah, your city is ridiculous. I don't understand how you can allow a parasite to roam your streets and tell you what to do. Those parasites are the Church of Scientology and Scott Hofstadter. If you don't remove that man from your streets of LA, there's going to be a problem, and that blood will be on your hands. He drove around a young man who was having a mental health breakdown and continuously egged him on and incited violence, and you allow this to proceed in your city. You are the laughing stock of the country. All the way across America, we are laughing in your faces at how ridiculous you are. And you allow one dirtbag to tell you what to do. You're pathetic. Have a wonderful day.
Next, we have Crazy Love is Love. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello, City Council. I visited Los Angeles and was deeply disturbed by some behavior that I witnessed. I visited the Blue Scientology building. The security there treated an autistic man with aggression and verbally harassed him while getting into his face. This is one of my first times being down into the city. They also forced an unhoused woman who simply was trying to take a moment of rest on the sidewalk. They forced her to leave the sidewalk because she was in front of their building. I don't know how that is, helping, the community. It was a harsh reminder of how people in a vulnerable situation are often dehumanized and mistreated by the Church of Scientology. No one should be treated with such disregard, and we should hold ourselves and institutions accountable for how we treat others. And I was deeply and utterly disgusted by the amount
That's
of
your
trash
time for
in your
today.
city.
Thank you. President Corsand, I wanted to make a note that we've exhausted the 10 minutes of general public comment this time.
With that, yes, City Attorney.
The board rules specify the cumulative total. Of course, it's in the chair's discretion whether to adhere to that or to allow for additional general public comment.
Thank you. With that, we'll close the general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda public comment items for those speakers who did not get a chance to speak. If you'd like to provide public comment on a single item or multiple agenda items, please keep your hand up. We'll move on to multiple agenda item public comment now. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item. And we'll start with Dirty N.
That's right, a dirty nigger. So let's see here. All the motherfucking items for $1.77. So I went down yesterday. Let's see here. Street services, it's an interesting thing because at 844 South Hoover, I went down there and you guys showed up. You came. And see if I can provide that. Yeah, here we go. And what did you guys do? You put up this thing. So you see, you're covering the hole that I talked about Wednesday, and you did that in 6 hours after I was here the same fucking
Which
night.
agenda item are you speaking to,
Shut
sir?
up. Let me talk.
This is multiple agenda item public
That's
comment.
your one warning.
I'm going to tell you again. Start listening.
That's your one warning.
No. Stop with this bullshit. I'm talking about item one and listen to what I'm fucking saying. It's important. Because the reason it's important is because why would I come here and 6 hours later, something I've been complaining about, a danger on the sidewalk, gets attention?
Item
in
one
6
is
hours.
the Broadway Our Way
What?
median project. It's related to
Yeah,
funding.
right. So why is street services able to do this in 6 hours instead of a year and a half and 33 complaints? How do I get that kind of service? In the ghetto, we call it shoat service. Okay? That's what the niggers call it. It's called a shoat. You're on the shoat. Now, I don't want cones. I want that thing cleaned and covered.
Please restrict
today.
your comments to the agenda
I
item
want
to
it
which
now,
you're speaking.
today. I don't want to see a homeless guy
You're
come
not
by
speaking. You need to
grab that.
You need to stick to an agenda item.
You know, all right,
that
give
was
me
your.
a fucking item. Let's go.
We've
item
already
three.
given you.
Let's go item 3. I'm tired of you people. Tired of it. They're going to take that to homeless. pick it up and throw it through somebody's window. That's not going to help us. Need to get that thing covered and cleared. This is bullshit. But you see, at least
Please
coming
restrict your
here,
comments to item 3, which is on the North
risking
Outfall Sewer
arrest.
Rehabilitation Unit.
At least coming here and risking arrest got something done that we couldn't do in a year and a half, complaining to the council office and 311. See, that's the problem. All these people are on the phone with the same bullshit that they're going to try to talk about. That's why you only give 10 minutes of public comment. That's why
Please restrict your
you
comments
designed
to the
this
item that
board
you're speaking.
If we could have our security officer please escort this gentleman outside the room, please.
In a criminal conspiracy to deny public services to
sorry,
the
sir.
overtaxed down.
You've received more than one warning.
Okay.
So
I will keep coming here. It doesn't matter. I will bring my lawyers here if I need to. Yes. You guys.
Your public comment time has been forfeited. Please stop disrupting the meeting.
You're disrupting my life.
Sir, you've been given multiple warnings and you're continuing to disrupt the meeting.
Small businesses in
Right.
MacArthur Park and Westlake, we are losing tens of thousands of dollars a month in tens while taxes go up. You're disrupting our lives.
Great.
Okay? So
Just as a reminder, all individuals, you have one warning and then you'll be removed from the meeting for disrupting the meeting.
you're disrupting my life. Stop disrupting my life and give me the services I pay my taxes for. Then I can go on with my business.
All right, next we have Transgender Queen for items 5 and 6. You will have 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. I wish today the city attorney does not have to kick me out. Number 5 is Bureau of Street Services. I want to continue my comments on the previous meeting, the street services. I want to report to our board president that the dangerous street condition on the Hollywood Boulevard. One night, I finished my auditing session on Hollywood Boulevard. I was walking home because again, I don't have transportation, and then I fall down. Nobody there helped me except Audit LA helped me, and then she carried me on her shoulder, and then we were able to go through the freeway and went to home. But again, I want to inform our president that the next time I fall down, I will not be lucky. Like today, if I fall down on the street, there's no Audit LA can carry me on her shoulder. I will not be that lucky. So I don't know how many times I have to come here and crying about the street services that our president can care about this issue instead of just kicking me out every single meeting. So next item, let's continue on the item number 6. Is the Bureau of Sanitation. It's on-call maintenance services. I'm here to support our president on this on-call maintenance services because I believe that should be the business model that we can implement all over the city. What I mean by that is, if our neighbor saw an illegal trash dumpster, let's just say down the street, they should be able to call the public work, call the Bureau of Sanitation, so somebody should take care of that illegal trash dump site within, let's just say within a week, within several days. But again, it's not happening. We see on the news, KTLA, CBS LA, MSNBC, that the people reporting those trash dump site, but public work are not responding to the call.
We have another speaker card for N Puppet. You'll have 3 minutes.
Okay, Baldy. Now listen. Listen here very clearly, Mr. Baldy. It sounds like you're having some median projects on Broadway. Is that correct, Baldy? Now, prior to all this shit, these impermissible restraints of our First Amendment, you continue to violate, and I only get 10 fucking minutes to participate. I'm gonna get a...
Please keep your comments to the agenda.
Yeah, you're not the president that bald head like me is. So I'm talking about the fucking Bureau of Street Services for the fucking expenditures. Don't you see here, you dumb bitch? It's $23,000 the so-called Broadway median projects. After all, asshole, I'm just a puppet. Look at here. Another one. Fucking Bureau Street Office Accounting are requesting bitch like me to approve execution for authority expenditures. Get it? Did you get it, Miss Attorney? Am I on fucking topic? Because usually I'm not. Because I'm upset. I don't like the way our infrastructure is going in the wrong direction. We need fucking ice to cool this shit down. Look at here. Construction budget. Shortfalls. How many fucking more times, Mr. Corshant? How many fucking times? Are you gonna let us down with this infrastructure shit and your fucking bullshit on the budget? We're sick and tired of this shit. Very upset. So, 1, fuck Scientology. 2, they're a fucking occult. And 3, the Pope is going to hell. Priest rape boys. Snyder versus Phelps. That has a lot to do with our society and the reason why criminals like you
Please
continue.
keep your comments restricted to the
Yeah,
agenda. Leader.
only 10 fucking minutes, bitch. 10 fucking minutes of public comment. Before we had transparency, before you motherfuckers made these restrictions to drive me nuts. Like that bald head fuck up there.
I'm sorry.
You see him?
Please speak to one of the agenda items.
Yeah,
sir.
the last item. Fuck item 5 and fuck item 6 too.
All right, we'll move on to the multiple agenda item public commenters on the virtual platform.
Thank you, President Corsand. We have a few more folks who have raised their hands, so I'll just check what type of comment they're requesting to make as well. Caller Gigi's phone, you raised your hand again. Are you wishing to make a multiple agenda item comment?
Yes, I'd like to speak on items 1, 2, and 5.
Thank you. Lurker, I noticed you raised your hand again. Are you wishing to make a multiple agenda item comment?
Yes, please and thank you.
Which items are you wishing to speak on?
5. Please and thank you.
Thank you. And lastly, we have Carla. Are you wishing to make a multiple agenda item comment today?
Hello, yes, please, on item 1, 2, and 5, please.
Thank you. Okay, we have Audit LA. You wish to speak on all items. You can go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Yes, I do have I want to let you know that your microphone wasn't working in case anyone else wants to come in public. And I also have a point of clarification question for the city attorney. I have submitted several cure and corrects, and I have not heard anything back as to whether they are being addressed. And there will be another one coming today. That being said, let's go at number 5, the street services report. Okay. I don't know what they're going to say because you put all this comment in the beginning. And so I'm just going to have to guess or put what I would like to see in the report. I want to see in the report what is going on at L. Ron Hubbard Way. Okay, I agree with all the comments that I would like to see the brick streets torn up. I mean, everyone's, oh, it's beautiful. It is. But it was, I can bring you in person the children who, as children, had to, under slave labor, not as like some kind of celebration, had to help lay those bricks. And it's disgusting. We should be a society that does not stand up for any kind of coerced slave labor, even if they get away with it because it's a religious activity. So that's a street project I want done. I want that torn up, and I wish we could rename it the street because it's named after a felon. But at the very least, it should be torn up. And if you want to put brick down again, that's fine. But it should be put down by people who are paid correctly. Because even now, you guys gave them on that street a permit to repair it. And the other day I was there and I have film footage of one of their, not only a slave labor, but in being under punishment because he's in the RPF, which is a prison system within their own system, vacuuming L. Ron Hubbard Way. That was his job that day.
Please make sure
vacuuming a public
comments are
street.
related to the item.
It is number 5, right? We're talking about street. I don't know what they're going to report on because I don't get to speak afterwards, so I can only presume. I can also give advice as to what, right? I can suggest what I want them to deal with. You cannot say that that's not on topic, Ms. Happenstamped. And so I am asking you to put these things on the agenda on the topic. And you know what? We can go into number 6 too, right? Because 6 is on-call sanitation. So you know what? They should be on call. This is more advice that they are on call to get rid of the remaining. What I believe all the planners, thank God, are gone, and it's not thanks to you. I mean, and then I'm not knocking you personally. I mean you, the city. Okay, because the city, okay, they're putting in hearings or whatever, but it was canceled till whenever. It took my viewers putting money together because for this report that is in your email boxes. You have it too, Ms. Hoppenstein. Please review it. Okay, and there's more to be removed. Okay, like the roses. So I'm asking you to use that on-call sanitation to finish with
That's your
what
time
needs to
today,
be
Audit
taken out.
LA. Thank you.
Thanks.
Next, we have Georgina. Georgina, you indicated you wish to speak on all items. You have 3 minutes. You can go ahead.
Thank you. I think I actually just want to address agenda item number 5. I also don't know what's in the report, so I'll talk about what I want to be addressed, and that's the fact of the street closures by Church of Scientologies on L. Ron Hubbard Way. It's really greatly impacting traffic flow. That street is a major artery to 2 major hospitals. Kaiser Hospital and Children's Hospital are right next to there, and the fact that that street gets closed, blocking off hospital access, emergency access, is critical in my opinion and needs to be addressed. I don't understand why that street is not open up to parking. I think metered parking should be put in place there. That way it would greatly benefit both hospitals and the neighborhood, and it would raise revenue to make some of the street improvements that needed. And I don't understand why Church of Scientology has been being given special privilege that they have their own street. Neither of the hospitals have an entire street blocked off and closed just for their use only. But Church of Scientology does. It does. One of the other callers mentioned the Vatican City. It does feel like you're safe pointing Scientology to have their own space, their own Vatican City within the midst of Hollywood. And that street is very necessary to both of those hospitals and the neighborhood. And I give back my time. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Lurker. You indicated you wish to speak on item 5. You have 1 minute. You can go ahead.
Hi. I am just dumbfounded. For decades, people have been coming to the city council and speaking on this one particular street. I won't even name it because its name has been said too often for decades. This is absolutely ridiculous. I give back my time and make your time count.
Thank you. Next up, we have Gigi's phone. You indicated you wish to speak on items 1, 2, and 5. You have 3 minutes. You can go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I want to start off with item 5. And like noted before, there's no way for me to know what item 5 is unless I don't know, I'm a mind reader. But it's talking about street services. And I'm going to bring up the street that the others are bringing up, L. Ron Hubbard, and how street services needs to do their job more when it comes to L. Ron Hubbard Way. There's signs there that are saying there's no parking, but they are not valid, legitimate signs. If you look in that report that was given to you, you can see documentation of that on Finding 14. So that street should be made into parking, and that ties into items 1 and 2. That's a lot of money, in my opinion. Maybe not to a city, but to me, that's a lot of money. A way to get the city more money would be turn L. Ron Hubbard into metered parking, and any other streets that for some reason have no parking on it for no legitimate reason, turn it into metered parking and get that money for the city so that you can do things that cost a lot of money, like in items 1 and 2. Thank you. I yield my time.
Thank you. President Corsand, actually, sorry, we have one more person and then one additional caller has raised their hand. Are you all right if I check what they would like to make as far as public comment?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, we'll start with you, Carla. You indicated you'd like to speak on items 1, 2, and 5. You have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Yes, hello. Regarding items number 1 and 2, these are 2 cases, 2 items in which you are requesting the approval for the execution of $23,000 and $24,000, which, by the way, that's not a lot of money for the city, but it's a lot of money for a lot of us. Now, I'm wondering why. First, where is that money coming from? And second, why is the building of Ron Hubbard Way, who has been for 8 months having those planters being not ADA compliance, are not being fined for the amount of months in which they caused destruction to the sidewalks and they did not permit people with disability to walk around?
Please keep your comments restricted to the items which you're addressing.
Yeah, I'm referring to the funding because there's a lot of money that the city is missing because they're not fining the Church of Scientology for all the violations of all the codes, ADA compliant codes. And going to number 5 is about the major street project update and the oral reports. I found a document here that explains a little bit more about how Streets LA is going to do press releases and information about this particular project that doesn't explain very much. It's just a report saying that they're going to do a report. But what I want to say is, like, regarding the street vacation, the project of the street vacation of Ron Hubbard Way, I think that every stakeholder that is directly affected, people who are have to go to the hospital, people who work in the hospital, people who are in the boards of the hospitals, all the neighbors, everybody in the community should be reported about the lobby that is being done on that street. And we should protect that street and make it available to the public to prevent this from happening. There's, Audit LA mentioned the kids that were working to put those bricks. There's another ex-member of the Church of Scientology. Her name is Tori Chrisman. She has been out for 20 years, and she was a lobbyist for the Church of Scientology, a wonderful PR person. She was very, very good at her job. And she is the one who worked on the campaign to name the street L. Ron Hubbard. And she mentioned when she left, she's now speaking against the Church of Scientology and speaking.
Are you speaking about a street or number 5, please?
Yeah, I'm talking about the particular case of a street project in which she presented the case in which people were lying about being neighbors of L. Ron Hubbard Way. And they were presenting that they wanted to call the street like that because they were neighbors, and that was a lie. And I'm afraid
that's your time for today. Thank you.
Okay.
We have Kenny. Kenny, are you wishing to speak on multiple agenda item comment today? You can press *6 to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you wishing to speak on multiple agenda item comment today?
Yeah, everything I can.
All items, you have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
They got people like Minnie Fart Frog with brown on their nose, knocking the real protester DOA who is out there putting boots on the ground. What about the funding that's being swatted? How did you pay for them frogs, Minnie Fart Frog?
Please speak to the agenda items.
Yeah, but she's calling in there making false allegations, trying to assassinate
please
somebody's
stay on
character.
one of the
And,
agenda items.
well, look, Minnie Falk Frog,
Ms.
fuck
Mattson,
you,
please cut him off.
Scientology is a cult,
Yes.
kids.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, we have
Minnie
wrapped
Falk
up the
Frog,
multiple
Minnie
agenda
Falk Frog,
item
Minnie
public.
Falk Frog, Frog,
I
Minnie
think we
Falk.
just go ahead and remove them. There we go.
Yep.
With that, we'll close the multiple agenda item public comment for today's meeting and move on to the approval of the minutes for Wednesday, February 26th. If there is a second to my motion.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Mattson. There is a first from myself and a second from Commissioner Mitchell.
Great. We'll take the roll, beginning with you, President Corsand,
Aye.
Vice President Chavez,
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant,
Aye.
Commissioner King,
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell. All ayes, and the minutes are approved.
Great. Thank you. Moving on to consent items.
Oh, I'm so sorry, President Corsand. Items 1 and 2 are requesting to be withdrawn by the Bureau. So those we do not need to vote on today.
Okay, we'll withdraw those. And can we take items 3 and 4 together, City Attorney?
As consent items or
Just together.
to vote? 1 minute. Let me look at the description. It would be probably better to vote on those separately.
Okay, well, it'll still be 2 votes if we put them on consent, so we'll just vote on them separately. Item number 3, specifications submitted for bid adoption and authorization to advertise for the invitation of bids in CD4 North Outfall Sewer Rehabilitation Unit 33 Magnolia Boulevard and Woodman Avenue. Is there a second to my motion to approve this item?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Mattson. There's a first from myself and a second from Vice President Chavez and Commissioner Mitchell.
Great. We'll take the roll, beginning with you, President Corsand,
Aye.
Vice President Chavez,
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant,
Aye.
Commissioner King,
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell. All ayes, and the item is adopted and carries forthwith.
Great. Moving on to item number 4, specifications submitted for bid adoption and authorization to advertise for the invitation of bids, Council Districts 346, Los Angeles Railway West, San Fernando Valley Completion Project, Van Alden Avenue at Balboa Boulevard. Is there a second to my motion to approve this item? Thank you. Ms. Mattson, there's a first from myself and a second from Commissioner Mitchell.
Great. We'll take the roll, beginning with you, President Corsand,
Aye.
Vice President Chavez,
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant,
Aye.
Commissioner King,
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell. All ayes, and the item is approved and carries forthwith.
Thank you. Moving on to our oral reports. Item number 5, major street project update from the Bureau of Street Services.
Good morning, Good morning, President Corzine, Vice President Chavez, Commissioners.
It's a little hard to hear you. If you could speak closer to the microphone.
I'm sorry, it just keeps falling down. I'm sorry. There you go. Good morning. My name is Jorge Garcia, Superintendent with the Streets Renewal Division of Streets LA, and I'm here to give this week's oral report. And this information is being provided to keep the public informed on the upcoming resurfacing projects and to minimize the impact on the community as well as delays. For additional information or concerns, maybe contact our coordinating section for Streets Renewal Division at 213-847-3200. Currently, there are no major street projects scheduled in the Metro Valley resurfacing regions during the week of 3/9 to 3/15/2025. However, I would like to provide an update on our 24-25 paving preparation program. During the week of March 9th through March 15th, 2025, the Metro and Valley regions will complete 18 projects, resulting in 8.27 lane miles. Now, the press releases have been distributed and notifications have been issued. Streets LA has coordinated with the Council Office to assist with the outreach to stakeholders. We have coordinated with Los Angeles Department of Transportation for traffic control assistance. This information is also available on the Streets LA website at streetsla.lacity.org using the Resurfacing Open Projects icon. And this will conclude my report for this week.
Thank you, Commissioners. If we have any questions or comments? Seeing none, thank you so much. Ms. Mattson, have we cleared our desk for today?
With a note that item 6, oral report from the Bureau of Sanitation, is requested to be continued to April 4th, 2025.
Thank you. Colleagues, it is 10:45 and our board meeting for today is canceled. And please note that we Is,
Management meeting or what board meeting?
I'm sorry, our board meeting for Monday, March 10th is canceled, but we still will have a management meeting, and today's meeting is adjourned.